Hey guys, it's Allison Meow here. I just wanted to do a little video reading some scary stories from reddit.com, the Let's Not Meet subreddit. I've been really into these for quite a few years, and they always give me the creeps. I really enjoy them. So I just wanted to try reading a few here, see how it goes. So this story is called Carlton by AJDRK. And it was submitted 5 days ago, so I hope no one's already done a video on it. In 2007, I was 20 years old and lived with my girlfriend. Neither of us had a vehicle at the time, so when we got into an argument one night, I left and started walking the 8 miles to my mom's house just to give things a chance to settle down. This was around 1 a.m. As I'm walking, a small goldish car pulls up beside me and the driver. A middle-aged black man with a slight speech impediment asked me if I need a ride, which I declined. He asked me if I was sure several times, and I said yes, but thanked him. He drove off. For the next couple miles, he was idling at every major intersection, sometimes honking his horn at me slightly. Every time I noticed him, I made a conscious effort not to look at him again or invite any more of his attention. I thought he had gotten tired of messing with me, until I walked in front of a small used car dealership. I heard someone say, "Hey, come here," from the parking lot. It was him again. I stopped, obviously startled, and he tries to calm me down. "Whoa, chill, dog. Hey man, you sure you don't need a ride? I'm not busy at all and I don't really mind," he says. I again decline, and he starts asking me questions left and right. I talked to him for a good 4 to 5 minutes or so, hoping it would make him leave me alone before I go into a less busy street. He asked me what my name was several times, as if to check if I gave him a fake one. I did, but I lied consistently. He also kept asking me if I had any weapons on me or if I was violent. I told him no, which was probably stupid. He then started trying to get me to step closer so he didn't have to yell to talk to me. Nope. Finally, I tell him I need to keep walking. He again offers me a ride and is again rejected, then says, "Look man, I'm really just trying to get some weed." What the fuck? Given his behavior and the circumstances, that seems very unlikely. I walked off and crossed the street and zigzagged through some shopping centers to lose him. If I did, it was only temporarily. At this point, I was confused, slightly freaked out, mildly paranoid, but what happened next really freaked me out. An hour or so later, I was on a quiet street almost at my mom's house. Psst! I look to my right, and I see a chubby but attractive Hispanic woman smiling really big and waving me in to approach her. She was in a driveway of a yard full of plants, a man-made jungle-type thing. Can't see a lot of the yard from the street. She obviously didn't live there. Yeah? What's up?" I asked her, not moving toward her at all. "Hey, baby, wanna come home?" she says. No thanks," I told her. "Oh, you have a girlfriend?" she said. "I just don't know you," I say, and then continue walking. I honestly thought at the time that this was a setup for a robbery or something, but it appeared she was alone and there was no one else in the truck. I glance back toward her, and she's now got her truck door open like she's gonna leave, but the back of her shorts are pulled down, with her ass fully exposed and staring up at the sky like a lunatic. "Are you alright?" I asked. I was genuinely concerned. "Yes, I am just waiting for someone," she says. Waiting for someone in the sky at 2:30 a.m., in a stranger's driveway, hidden from the view of the street? Okay, good luck, weirdo. She had to be on something. I keep walking. She backs out her truck and drives past me. As she does, I see there was someone else in the truck the whole time. Must have been hiding for some reason. It was the black dude from earlier, staring, eyes like daggers, no smile or anything this time. I get chills even now thinking about realizing for the first time that this guy really wanted me for something, and I probably almost became a victim of some major crime. Shortly thereafter, I made it to my mom's. 5 freaking years pass. It's 2012. I have a car, but decide to walk to Walmart for dog food. I'm in the same general area with my iPad mini in my pocket and earbuds in. I see a car pull up next to me in the parking lot. "Hey dog, you know how I can get to Landmark Apartments?" the guy asks. I recognize him immediately, even after 5 years. He looks like a skinnier version of Fleece Johnson from MSNBC's Lockup, and I'm almost positive he didn't recognize me or remember our previous encounter. I take out my iPad, connect to Wi-Fi, and try to look up this apartment complex. It does not exist. He volunteers that his name is Carlton. I start telling him where he might want to check, but he's not interested. He starts asking me questions. Again, asks my name several times, asks if I'm armed or violent, asks me to step closer so he doesn't have to yell. How often does this guy do this shit, for fuck's sakes? "You going to Walmart? I can take you there," he says. "No thanks, guy." He keeps trying to get me into the car and asking if I have weapons. Finally, I make it clear I am not going near him. He starts to pull off and then stops immediately. Look, man, to be honest with you, I'm just trying to find some weed. Okay, no, screw this. I jogged to Walmart, sent an MMS message to my girlfriend of his car and license plate in case I turn up dead somehow. I haven't seen him since. If he was doing this kind of thing for at least 5 years, he had to have been successful at some point. I personally hope he was just gay and horny, but he gave off a serial killer vibe. Here's another story. It's just a short one. It's gonna be the last one I do. I gotta go now. But it's called Watching Me in My Sleep. It was submitted 7 days ago on the Let's Not Meet subreddit by Infinite Averno. And here it is. This happened to me just a couple months ago. The second weekend of November. I am a small girl, around 5'3", 100 pounds. At the time of this story, I was having weight problems, so I was extremely skinny, which makes it all the more amazing that I survived this encounter unscathed. For the most part, I have mild PTSD. Anyway, I was house sitting for some friends in a sketchy part of Sacramento. I told my boyfriend at the time to stay with me all night since they've already had a couple break-ins. We'll call him Jack. Jack and I were watching movies and having a good time when I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up a couple hours later to the door slamming and the sound of a car pulling away very quickly. I was pissed. Jack was supposed to stay with me all night. I went to the front door, locked it, and went to look for the dogs, who were being mysteriously quiet. I found all 4 of them locked in the back room, scared as shit. So then I called Jack and asked him why he left in such a hurry, when he'd be back, and why he had locked the dogs in the room. He told me that he had been gone for 2 hours and that he hadn't put the dogs away. Cue the panic. Someone had come into the house while I was sleeping, put the dogs in the room, and then watched me sleep. There was nothing missing from me or the house, except my hairbrush, which was sitting on the coffee table next to the couch where I was sleeping. Creepy intruder, let's never meet again. And that's it. This is the first time I've ever read stories out loud, so I know I've made a couple little mistakes I had to correct there and stuff, and I just kind of wanted to do this really quickly, not work too hard on it, which isn't the greatest, but I'm gonna probably do another few more of these videos, but I'll do it when I have a bit more time so I can edit them and read them a few times before I just say it out loud. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching.